Hi, Brian Crombie here. What a beautiful last couple of days, beautiful sunny weekend, gorgeous weather as we come close to spring and we change our time. And the Brian Crombie Radio Hour is also changing its time. I'm going starting tomorrow, Monday, March 15th to 7 p.m. on 960 AM. That's saga960am.ca if you want to stream it online. And I've got, for my first week, some incredibly interesting people. On Monday, I've got Rocco Rossi, the president and CEO of the Ontario Chamber of Commerce. We're going to talk about COVID-19, about lockdowns, impact on small businesses, what he thinks about government budgets, what he thinks about the disproportionate impact on women during COVID-19, and what he thinks we need to do. And we also talk a little bit about his career, which is absolutely fascinating. On Tuesday, I've got Tim Murphy. He's a senior principal, senior partner at Macmillan, and he's an expert on P3 partnerships and infrastructure investment. He's got an incredible political career, serving as chief of staff for Prime Minister Paul Martin and Minister of Finance Paul Martin when he was the Minister of Finance. A really interesting conversation about some of the investments that we might be making during this sort of recovery from COVID-19, particularly in infrastructure, and we talk about whether it should be done by way of P3 investments. On Wednesday, I've got a fascinating young lady, Rebecca Burrows. She's a registered psychotherapist in private practice in West Toronto, and we talk about relationships, we talk about COVID-19, we talk about issues in mental health that people have had. It's a really interesting conversation. She's an interesting young lady, and she's done a lot of work on sexual assault, and we talk a little bit about that as well. On Thursday, I've got Linda Leatherdale. She's fascinating. She works with a company by the name of Cambria right now that does renovations, particularly these incredible quartz coverings for kitchens, for showers, etc. But she's got a fascinating background with Sun Media as a columnist, primarily a financial columnists and political columnists. We talk about finance, we talk about politics, we talk about a career, and we talk about renovations. So that's interesting. And then on Friday, I've got two people on fashion. I've got Marilyn, who is a renowned downtown retailer, talking about the challenges to women's fashions, to retailers, and what she thinks is going to happen in the future. And then I've got Roger Lamoureux, who is a long-term fashion expert involved in both big American companies as well as consulting to small Canadian companies. And we talk about what's going to happen to fashion during COVID-19, after COVID-19, what he thinks is going to happen to Canadian brands, Canadian retailers. And he inspires people that like fashion, love fashion, and want to have a future in it. So that's my week. I remind you, I start tomorrow, Monday, March 15th at 7 o'clock, a new time for me, new time for all of us, given daylight savings time. Hope you can catch some of my shows. I'm on 960 AM, streamed online at saga960am.ca, and you get all my podcasts and videocasts on my website, briancrombie.com, and all my videos on YouTube, Brian Crombie, and all my podcasts on both Spotify as well as Apple Podcasts at Brian Crombie Radio Hour. Hope you check me out. Thanks.